Out of the All-Star break as we welcome everybody to Warriors post-game live presented by Toyota. NBA champ Festus Ezeli, NBA champ Darrell Wright. I am Bonte Hill. Look, 8 players scored double figures tonight. Everybody got their heads on the basketball. Everybody scored. Wiggins with a big second half. Curry with the double-double. Just an all-around good night and a great way to start the second half of the season.
Yeah, you could tell the Warriors came out. They looked like they were fresh. They looked like they had a great break, and they came back out and handled business. We all know after the All-Star break, it's pretty much downhill with 23 games left. Steph Curry did a great job with facilitating and getting everybody going, and everybody else followed his lead.
You felt like you had something that told you this was going to be a blowout tonight. What was it?
I could see.
You see it?
I can see it.
Yeah, so like, this is what I said about the guys coming back after the break. Because before the break, it's like, it's a long season, it's a grind. You can kind of see this in the light of the end tunnel, but you can't. But now, after the All-Star break, we have 24 games left. We have to get ready for the playoffs. They have big goals for the season. So coming out and setting the tone like this for a team that's struggling, they had a chance to work on their game. They have the whole bench, the whole team come together. The bench had, what, 56 points? 66 points.
66 points.
Amazing. You know, there's a total team effort. Steph obviously came out and did his thing tonight, set the tone for the team.
No doubt. They had lost 4 or 5 going into the All-Star break. And Steph Curry, as you guys both mentioned, set the tone here. And look at second half Steph. Career averages post-All-Star break. He gets up to his wild 25 a game, 48% from the field, 45 from the three-point line. I'm rounding up here, fellas. And assists per game, 6.5 tonight. 14 assists. We're going to talk to Kerith Burke in just a second here about his assists, but 18 points. Didn't play at all in the fourth quarter. 27 minutes as we get ready. As Fitz just said, a meat grinder of the schedule. We'll get to that a little bit later. But D-Wright, as you said, he set the tone early. Didn't take his first shot until about, what, the first 5-6 minutes of the basketball game. Looney got rolling. Of course, Klay Thompson had a big first half as well. Otto Porter Jr. off the bench. And Steph Curry still with a nice night coming off that All-Star break, 18 and 14.
Yeah, it's a nice little double-double in that first half, but, he always takes what the defense gives him. They were coming in, they were trying to trap him, and basically blitz him off every pick and roll. And he found the roller every single time. He made the right play, and guys finished around the basket for him.
It's one of those games where you let the game come to you, right? And so he's aggressively attacking the rim, which is what we needed for him to do tonight. Because, for one, they have no big man. Right. Nurkic is out tonight, and so the paint is wide open. Why would you do anything else but drive and kick to open shooters? And then eventually you had guys like Otto Porter getting in there. You have Kuminga being aggressive.
Right.
No field goals in the first half, but 10 points.
Right.
Free throws, right? That's what we
10.
need. Exactly. Yeah. So for these are all little keys of the game. And the first half of the season, we were struggling with our free throws. So these are all things that I'm sure that Coach Kerr was harping on before the game started. And so these are all little things that we need to start working on as we're getting ready for the playoffs.
And the glass, as a big man, you got to love the way the Warriors crash the glass.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, let's go to Kerith Burke live in the newsroom via WebEx by Cisco. The great Kerith Burke here on Warriors Post Game Live. And look, the Warriors was moving that ball around. 8 players in double figures, scored in double figures tonight, Kerith. But it's all about Steph Curry and assist. We almost thought he was going to get a career high tonight, but he doesn't play in the fourth quarter because the Warriors were up 30+ going into the fourth.
Well, coming into this game, his season high for assists was 12. At halftime, he already had 10, and we were keeping an eye on that career number. That 16 assists is his career high. He finished with 14 and didn't have a chance to get anything else going because he sat in the fourth, which is ultimately good. And I think maybe it's neither here nor there, but Steph really did have an opportunity to get his career high if the Warriors made some of their open shots. Okay, that's all I'll say there. But guys, without Draymond, we're seeing this. Steph is in more of a traditional point guard role, managing the game, playmaking for teammates, all while he poured in 18 points of his own. And Festus, I was thinking about something that you said in pregame, maybe the chapters of the season, right? That after the All-Star break, it feels like that win and loss column goes back to 0. So what do the Warriors want to establish with these last 22 games left in the season? Well, they have to look to their leader. It's Steph Curry. He wants to win a championship this season. How do you do it? You start the game after the break off right. We saw what Steph Curry can do as an individual. Fun and games at the All-Star festivities, right? 50 points, 16 threes, but now he shows the other way that he is one of the best players in the league with 14 assists to get things started off well.
And he's proving, Kerith, that he's not just a shooter. We knew that here. but nationwide, people think he's just a three-point god, which he is, but he can do other things on the basketball court, which is get his teammates involved. We'll talk to you a little bit later. And one of the teammates he got involved was his splash brother, Klay Thompson here. He tied Steph Curry with a team-high 18 points tonight. In that first half, he was really dynamic, keeping the Warriors in this game after they fell behind by 10. He's a sharpshooter, and we no longer question whether or not he still has that jumper. Klay, slowly but surely, is starting to look like the Klay Thompson of old.
Yes, sir. Klay Thompson is back, man. He was feeling good tonight. That right there, nice little pump fake to the escape dribble, to the three, but just finding himself open. Man, we always talk about these teams that aren't as disciplined, who don't chase guys around the screen or have their hands down, and Klay Thompson took advantage of that tonight.
Who was questioning if he had his jumper? Because it definitely wasn't me. And when I saw him work out in practice while he was hurt, he always kept that thing locked. But you know, we were trying to figure out if he was going to get his wind back on time, if he's going to get his legs underneath him.
Right.
On defense, how is he going to look? And these are all things that you see tonight in Klay Thompson's game. It just keeps improving every game. You see him getting more comfortable with the guys. You see the guys reading the pick and roll and reading his movements a little more. You saw GP2 set a screen for him in the first half, set a screen for him to shoot that shot. So you start to see the chemistry. And this is what I talked about in the first half of the season, is that as the season goes on, the guys get time to play together. Because part of the things with the defense as well is like you just don't know where guys are going to be. There's a switching defense. You have guys playing small ball, and small ball means a lot of communication. This is why they miss Draymond as well, because he's the guy that overly communicates. He communicates for the next guy. And so this is also Iguodala. This is the things that the veterans do. And now you're having guys playing together, and now they understand each other's game a little more.
Klay Thompson mentioned during the break that he's maybe 80, 85% back. What are some of the things he needs to work on to get all the way back after those two gruesome injuries over the past 2.5 seasons?
What Festus just mentioned is cardio, getting his legs stronger, continue. That's an everyday battle. It's not just because he's back. It's still things he has to do, is getting those hips stronger, the hamstrings, the quads, all those things. So he just got to continue to work, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing every single day, the pre-workouts before the game, just getting everything firing before he gets out there on the court so he feels good. So I'm pretty sure with due time, he'll be ready once the playoffs start.
Ready for that lockdown Klay on defense, right? When he was guarding Donovan Mitchell's, he would have been guarding Anthony Simons a couple seasons ago, but it's good to have Andrew Wiggins by his side here.
And JK.
We're going to talk to JK right now, because JK did a great job defensively against Simons. I thought he was the best defender against Anthony Simons, who got off to a hot start with 10 in that first quarter. Jonathan Kuminga, 17 points tonight, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Feels like every single game he's trying to dunk on somebody, trying to get a poster here. But more impressively tonight, the free throws. He was 8 of 10 from the free throw line in the first half. And that shot right there, JK putting on the show tonight.
Yes, he is, man. This young fella right here is going to be special. His aggressiveness to the basket, how he always trying to tear down the rim every chance he gets. He's going to be the future of this team as well, just like Moses Moody, Jordan Poole, all these guys. Once Klay Thompson and Steph Curry gets a little bit older, these guys are going to be the guys next in line. But big-time player, when he's being aggressive, getting to the free throw line, that's why you see him knocking down shots around the perimeter. He's seen that ball go through the basket a few times. He's taking those shots with a lot of comfort.
I say it's osmosis. Watching Stephen Klay shoot the ball, watching Jordan Poole shoot the ball. It's like, all right, well, shoot. All right, let me get mine going. Well, one thing I'll say that is really impressive about JK, Jonathan Kuminga, is that on the defensive end, it usually takes rookies a year or two just to understand the rules, like understand that you can't stand in the paint for 3 seconds. And so with that being the case, watching him develop, watching that Coach Kerr trusts him in the game to guard LeBron James, to guard Anthony Simmons, the best players on the team. This is a good sign for the Warriors going into the playoffs, Ron, because you need those guys. You need defense. That's the first thing. Defense wins championships is what we say. And so when you have a guy coming off the bench that you can trust and rely on when he go down the line, that's a big deal for the Warriors. So that's a really good sign that he can play these crunch minutes for us.
Yeah, look at 27 minutes tonight, and he's been getting a lot of minutes over the last couple of weeks. He's gotten some starts. Now Gary Payton II has been starting over the last couple games here, but Jonathan Kuminga, I don't think there's any question. Once Draymond gets back, once Wiseman gets back, Jonathan Kuminga is going to be in the playoff rotation because of what he can do individually, defensively, and the way he attacks the basket.
Yeah, Coach Kerr, like Festus just mentioned, he trusts him. He knows he's going to go out there. He's not going to make many mistakes. He understands the terminology. He understands how to be a good team defender and also on-ball defender. So he's definitely buying himself more and more minutes as deeper they go in the playoffs. So Jonathan Kuminga definitely be out there.
Grown man strength already as a 19-year-old. Grown man strength. You can't teach what he is capable of doing on the basketball
And he's
floor.
aggressive. You know, you watch him on the offensive end. He's getting to that rim. And for the Warriors, we have shooters and we have a couple playmakers. Now we need guys to get to the rim. So Jordan Poole, Otto Porter, Jonathan Kuminga, these are the areas of our game that we need to continue to develop, harness. And that's, for us, getting to the free throw line is a big thing for us. We're knocking them down tonight. It was a struggle for us in the first half of the season. Now seeing the game coming together, now trying to build on each game. Now next game is another big game for us, the Dallas Mavericks. So we just got to build on this game as well.
No doubt. That schedule gets really...